Hi guys, and welcome to your daily tarot reading for Thursday, the 6th of May 2021. Thanks for joining me. I'm going to use the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot for today's reading. Let's see what the cards have to say and what energy is coming up. So I'm just going to shuffle the cards a few times. I hope you're having a great week so far. Let's see what the tarot wants to share about Thursday and what the day is going to be like. So let's have a look. First card is the Five of Pentacles in reverse, the Six of Wands, and the Moon. Okay, so intuitively, the message I'm getting quite strongly is that if you feel that something is going to be a lot of work today, if it's really going to be a bit of a slog, allow yourself to be surprised, because the work that you need to do, whether it's actual work, you're going to a job, or it's something that you're working on, or it's some sort of difficult circumstance that you're facing on this day, the anticipation is much worse than the actual doing. So the fear of what is coming your way is much greater and makes it seem much more arduous and difficult than it actually is. And by trusting that you're going to be able to deal with whatever is coming your way, you're going to be successful. You'll find that it's a lot more enjoyable and easy and positive than you imagined. So there's no point in psyching yourself out before you do this thing. It's the anticipation and the fear of what is to come is much worse than the actual doing. So give yourself a break and just left foot, right foot, and go about your business, and don't project all the way into the future, because you don't know what's going to happen. And the cards are saying, even though you don't know exactly what is going to happen, it's going to be a lot easier than you're anticipating. So the Five of Pentacles, when it's this way around, is tough times. You can see these two, they've been kicked out of the church and now they're left to walk around in the snow by themselves. They're cold, he's ill, it's really not fair, and they're having a tough time and no one seems to support them or to care. They're just left to their own devices. So this card represents the institution saying, no, thank you, you're not welcome, we don't want you here, and we're not particularly interested in how you get on. 5 in numerology is about freedom. So this may seem like a bit of a kick in the teeth, especially with these two having to walk around in the snow. But if you look at it another way, the initial hardship of being rejected from something actually frees you in having to engage with a system, an institution, people, ways of thinking that actually aren't aligned with who you are anyway. So even though in the short term it seems really tough and difficult, ultimately, if you're looking at the end game, it's a positive because it sets you free from something that isn't going to work for you anyway. It's much better in real life to do the rejecting rather than to be rejected, though, isn't it? So this is kind of like a blessing in disguise, where it's like, oh, okay, thank you for kicking me out. You're saving me a lot of trouble in the future. Great. You know, it's one of those blessings that you could do without, really. But the card is in reverse. So what's really highlighted is freedom, not having to work as hard as you think you have to work, and also not seeing your circumstances as the truth of your life. You're able to look beyond that and to say, do you know what? I'm not ill. I'm not alone. I am not totally disempowered. I'm not incompetent. I've got other people who take care of me and I take care of them. So I've got a network of people who support me. I'm not all by myself. I can deal with circumstances. I do have a choice. And just because it says a certain thing on my bank statement, or I live in a certain place, or the weather is a certain way, it really doesn't mean anything about the choices that I'm going to make in future. I'm free to decide what I'm going to do, what direction I'm going to go in, what club I'm going to join, what people I want to connect with. And the reality of my life right now is an illusion that I don't need to buy into. And that really is freedom, because it gives you your power back and you're able to decide for yourself what excites you, what you really want to do, what seems unlikely in the here and now, but what's one of your hopes and dreams. So listen to your feelings, listen to what feels meaningful and important to you on an internal level, pursue that, and don't take no for an answer. Don't let circumstances put you off. If something seems unlikely, then and only 1% of people can achieve it, then why can you not be that 1%? Of course you can be. Of course you can do it. Just because it's true for other people doesn't mean it's true for you. So things looking unlikely, that's actually a sign that you should pursue it, because the odds are kind of stacked in your favor. And if it can't be done, if the rules say this is not for you, then actually you can bypass all of that and get what you want. The Six of Wands is success and triumph and victory. And really, it's interesting because the Five of Pentacles in reverse really adds to this story. The Six of Wands is like King Arthur riding away to find the Holy Grail. It's really unlikely that he is going to find the Holy Grail because no one else has done it before. And then when he comes back and he rides back into town, everyone applauds him and says, "Oh, well done, King Arthur," because it's a real achievement. It seemed unlikely. So the fact that he has pursued something that he cared about and actually been successful in achieving his initial goal, that's why people are so shocked and thrilled, and they're not jealous and kind of trying to stab him in the back. They're all happy for him and his achievement, because they really recognize that it is a major achievement. Plus, they also benefit from his triumphs because they now have the Holy Grail sitting in their town and they all get blessed by it, and they all benefit, I don't know, from the tourism industry that is created by having the Holy Grail in their village, as an example. Okay, so with this, the more unlikely something seems, and the more you're able to listen to your own dreams and desires, and the more you determine to manifest those things into your life, the more likely it is that you're actually going to be successful in doing that. Because any desire, remember Wands is about life purpose and passion, anything that you care about, and if other people are likely to say, "Oh, that may be a nice dream you've got, but really, let's get real for a second. Are you going to achieve it?" If that's the vibe, then you really should pursue it, because the Six is a temporary opportunity to triumph in a way that really did not seem possible. So you can achieve the impossible. You can transcend obstacles which would usually hold you back. And you can, you can dream the impossible dream. Yeah, amazing. So then we've got the moon, and the moon is about fear, and it's about the anticipation being worse than the actual doing. And it's because under the light of this full moon, which seems kind of irritated and angry, everything looks different. So a little crab or lobster that would seem really innocuous during the day, if you're walking past it at night, it seems like this giant beast which is going to take you down. Or cute little doggies during the day that you want to pet and take for a walk. If you meet them in the middle of the night, it's like, oh, these are just, beasts that are going to maul me. It's just terrifying. And also these towers, which may seem like nice tourist attractions, again, if you walk past them at night and this angry moon is lighting them up and casting a shadow in a weird way, it may seem really oppressive and frightening and scary. And the path ahead of you may seem impossibly long. Whereas if you look at the same scene during the day, it may look like a nice place to have a picnic, to play with the dog, and to skip along on this path. So don't let the way things seem influence you. And that's the same thing here. Just because something seems really concrete and real doesn't mean it is. You've got loads of power to set yourself free today. You can tweak the actual physical circumstances to the point where they really almost don't exist. They don't matter. You can decide again and create new practical circumstances as a result. You can put new foundation blocks in place on which you can build different structures, different securities. And the main thing is to have faith in yourself, to believe in your quest as such, in your desire, in your passion, And that's what's going to come through on this day. And that's what's really going to stand at the center of everything else. So don't let self-doubt, fear, illusion hold you back. And don't feel that things are going to be impossible. You know, if you have a desire, if you're like, okay, I want to go to university to do this course. No one in my family has ever done this course before. It's going to be really hard. It's 3 years long. I'm going to run out of money. I might as well not bother. It's just so, you know, you're talking yourself out of your dream before you've even started. If you want to do the course, and you might even realize that it's fun and that you're really good at it. And that you can actually do it, and that the 3 years fly by. You don't know. You don't know until you've tried it. So really, don't let negativity or what other people have told you or what seems to be difficult put you off. It's not going to be as hard as you think. Okay, so what have we got? We've got the moon, that's 18. 18 and 6 is 24. 24 and 5 is 29. 2 and 9 is 11. And that's the master number of service. And we had that yesterday as well. So that's really interesting because yesterday I mentioned that you can be of service to yourself and to other people by leading by example. And it seems to be the same energy that if you pursue your quest and your hopes and dreams, then you inspire other people to do the same. Hang on, let me just... 6 and 5 is 11 and 18. Yeah, it's 29. 2 and 9 is 11 again. Wow, so we've got kind of an 11-11 situation going on. And that's the 4 of Wands in the tarot. And that's a celebration, a wedding, a success, a triumph, and a doorway opening into a happier future. And we've got a doorway here. So if you don't believe the way things look and you keep walking anyway, things will suddenly look very different. Imagine you're walking this path in the middle of the night, and then suddenly you're walking, and it's 5 in the morning. And then suddenly the sun comes up and this whole environment looks different. That's a magical moment in itself. It's like, wow, my perception of things was one way and now it's completely different. And I realize I'm on the same path, but I've now been magically transported into a whole different place just because the sun has come up. So let yourself be surprised. The universe is really working with you today. It's working in your favor, and you can really be triumphant. Have a wonderful day. If you would like a personal reading with me, please get in touch via my website. I use the tarot, astrology, and numerology in my personal readings. I listen to my intuition as well. So I'm an intuitive astrologer and tarot reader. I look at the symbols. While I'm interpreting the symbols, I get intuitive messages, and I include those in the readings. So if you want me to have a look at your astrology chart, your astrocartography, your transits, what's coming up in future, your cards, to see what's going on, if you have any questions you want answered, or if you want to look at what your strengths are, your weaknesses, what you need to work on, life purpose, money, relationships, romance, where to live, anything at all, please do get in touch with me for a personal reading, gregoryscott.com. On the front page of the website, just click on book your reading to order your reading with me. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up, hit subscribe, and share the video online. Have a fabulous day, and I'll speak to you tomorrow.